We're on the old Copart. Upcoming 2015 Audi S4 pure sale. I'm shaking, I'm sweating. We got 8 minutes and I got the homie Noor from YouTube out in California ready to bid on this car for me. Fingers crossed. Alright, here we go. Here she is. Come on, no one bid. No one bid. Come on, no one bid. Stay out. Let's go! Yeah! Woo! Let's go!
All right, let me talk you through this a little bit more. I had been on Copart for a couple months. My buddy Matt Jackson and I had been talking through buying an S4.
By the way, if you're new here, I neglected to mention that I bought this car a couple months ago. It's a 2013 Audi Allroad with 253,000 miles on it. I have no intention of keeping the 2-liter in it, and that's why I was on the hunt for this parts car. Back to the video.
Looking at a bunch of crash ones. There actually aren't that many manual S4s that come up for sale. So this one came up for sale. We were all ready to go. His buddy Emil was going to bid on it for us. And it turns out it has a parts only title, which is an interesting one because when a car is deemed parts only, it's generally because of some sort of damage that can't be repaired.
So anyway, hit up the homie Noor Hamadi on YouTube because he just started a dismantling business and he actually has the ability to bid on a parts only car. So big shout out to Noor. If you guys could go check out his channel and check out his business, I'll link him below. Let's jump into looking at the car. All right, a couple days later, here she is. My new to me 2015 Audi S4. So walking around the outside, a couple things that you notice right away. One, RS4 grille there. I don't know if this was plasti dipped at one point and came off or what, but that's an interesting one. Obviously on this side from the auction photos, I saw 2 flat tires. 1 flat tire there, 1 flat tire there, which leads me to believe it ran over something. We got a little dent here, but that seems normal. The window trim, I wasn't sure if it was vinyl or plasti dip. It looks like it's plasti dip. Yeah, it's flexible. That's plasti dip. So someone plasti dipped the window trim, and then out back, we have no diffuser, and the exhaust is all banged up. And actually, I'm just noticing that now. So it's got the yellow insurance marks on it. Are full of dirt. I don't know if that's from whatever happened to it, or if that's from storage or stuff like that. I don't know. Ooh, clear bra back here. Hang on. If there's clear bra back here, not around the badges, so maybe, no, it's, can you see that? I'm gonna try to zoom in here and focus. Come on, you see that edge? The whole front end of this car is clear bra. It's gotta be, right? The bumper, headlights too. Let's go. And it's got the carbon fiber supercharged badges. So, I mean, the hood is in great condition. Is this a paint chip? How did it get paint chipped if there's a clear bra on it? Well, that's weird. Anyway, let's hop inside so you can see the important stuff. Key doesn't work, so we have to unlock it this way. Hey, the battery's not dead. Nice. Inside the car, we got a cracked windshield. Big time cracked windshield, but that doesn't really matter. Obviously, the important part, we are going to do a 6-speed in the Allroad. So we got, I don't think this has a short shifter. This has got to be the factory shifter. But it goes into every gear. It goes in reverse. Let me start her here for you. Let's see if the battery's dead. Oh, we got lights. 116,861 on it. Oh, starts right up. Not even any chain rattle. So here's the big issue. In the listing, we saw the red steering wheel light, and it said steering fault. The steering wheel doesn't turn, so something is messed up somewhere. I have already scanned the car. I have a theory that it's the rack. We're gonna put it up on the ramps today and see what's what. But I mean, the thing starts right up, runs great. We got the Alcantara interior. We have carbon trim, which is nice, and then in the drive select menu, so we're gonna go to set individual. Look at that. We have the sport diff, auto dynamic comfort. So I believe Matt and I are gonna wire up the sport diff to the car as well. But back seat's in good condition. It looks like maybe they had a pet or something. A couple scratches in it, and then there's some dirt back here. I don't really understand why, but that's obviously fixable, easy enough. Headliner's fine, but we're not going to use that. We may use these black pieces though. All right, let's pull her forward. I'll put it up on some ramps and go underneath it.
It's actually not in bad shape. I mean, it's scratched up. Here we go. Look at that. Oh, the subframe is cracked all the way up. Look at that on the side. So whatever they hit right there, and on this side. Look up there, you see that crack? That is not good. But everything else under here. See if we can get to the power steering rack. So that's a power steering rack. That thing's all messed up. Yeah, and then behind it, that is also messed up. All right, so poking around a little bit more, I found this. This is why it's totaled. Yep. And that's why it's a parts only title too. You see the floor is all dented in there. While the damage could technically be repairable, I believe the insurance company is worried about someone just getting a new piece of felt and putting it over the top of that floor damage. Matt and I also believe, and I talked to Mike a little bit about this too, that the car would have been totaled just based off of the front subframe damage alone, because that is a motor pull to replace the front subframe. But if it wasn't already totaled by that, it was definitely totaled by the floor. And I think even if it was just floor damage, that probably would have totaled it and made it a parts only title anyway. There's a crack there too. I don't know if you can see it on the power steering connection there. And then this wheel obviously hit something here. But if you go on the inside, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it. The wheel is super bent. I took a picture. All right, I found my first alarming thing. That's not good. I'm just getting paranoid about ticks and rattles and that kind of stuff, but belt looks to be in good condition. I don't see any damage all the way down there. So, I don't know why it doesn't have any coolant in it. I mean, it still has some coolant in it, just not a lot. Interesting. Oh, and it's got an ECS oil filter cap. So it must have been enthusiast owned. All right, there's another thing you see up there. Got stainless brake lines. So someone must have loved this car at some point, and it just met an unfortunate demise. I mean, it has a stock intake in it. I wonder if it's tuned. I don't know. Interesting one. Interesting. The cap came off here. The suspension must have completely bottomed out. That's the only way those come off. If you have bagged cars, sometimes when they air out, these pop off. The suspension must have like completely bottomed out on this side. I wouldn't be surprised if we had like a bent control arm or something, but obviously can't see because the car's slammed because it's got a flat tire. All right, well, we're not starting to swap yet. I did pillage some parts today. Seats out as well. Look how sad she looks now. No headlights, flat tire, no interior. Poor car. We're gonna give you a new home, and it's gonna be great. All right, we're going to the shop tonight to swap the seats in this car, but I can't wait. I got a little bit of free time before the little man gets home. I'm swapping the headlights on this thing. Let me explain to you why. Hang on, I'm gonna turn these lights on. Look how sad these LEDs are. See how yellow that is? I mean, it didn't really come across on camera, but like, it's yellow down there. Also, these headlights they've seen better days. Moral of the story, the new headlights, or the headlights out of the parts car, much cleaner. And the lights are much more white and LED-y. If you've never done headlights on these cars, it's a cakewalk. It's 1 bolt, 2 bolts, 2 more bolts down in there, this funny looking guy, and then you unplug the headlight harness and you disconnect one of the drains on that side and the whole headlight comes out. We don't have to do any work, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is the old one. You can see the haze on it. You come over to the new one. Nice crisp white. No haze on it. This is all gunk on the clear bar. That'll come off. Look at how much better the front end looks with some clean, glossy lights instead of janky ones. Way better. All right. Take one good last look at the Allroad interior, the boring black seats, the 2-piece front seats, and these rears, because we're getting rid of them tonight. It's time to start the S4 swap. Before we even start the motor pull on the B5, I wanted to get something done in this car. You got to feed the content machine, right? What the f? Yeah. Yeah? This stupid Audi stuff. Bing bong. There we go. Seats off. There we go, right off.
you just gotta finagle the connector out. All right, compared to the rear seats, the front seats are a cakewalk. First thing, as low as possible and as forward as possible, which will make it easier to come out the door. You come down here, you're gonna pop these plastic caps off. Triple square, 10 mil. If you don't have a triple square, you should buy one. We're gonna loosen it. There's 4 of these on each corner. One there, and then 2 in the back, obviously. You're gonna slide the seat all the way forward to get to the back ones. It's pretty straightforward. I'll come back to you when we're about to disconnect everything. Oh, all right, the whole thing came off. So once you're under here, this guy pops up, and you have all your connectors. They all route through this thing back here, so you're just gonna pinch this and pull on the cord. That'll come out, and then it'll give you access to the airbag, and then the 3 power modules. The 3 power modules are pretty simple. You just pinch and pull. My Allroad is a little different than the S4 seats, so we're gonna have to swap the airbag connectors, which is easy enough. Easiest way to get the seat out, pull it forward, turn it on its side, and then you can literally rotate it out like that, and you risk the least damage to everything because you can actually see where the rails go so you don't scratch your dash up, etc. Scratch your dash. On the passenger seat, we're swapping this module, so don't get any error codes. I'm gonna have to figure out that, oh, it just comes right up. Okay, that's easy enough. And then we'll take this module out, put it on the S4 seats. The driver's seat has this big chunky boy. This is the memory module. So obviously you have to swap that as well. It's 2 connectors, and then 3 things on the bottom. You pop that up, and then it slides right out. And just like that, we have a full S4 interior. Minus the door cards. I gotta do the door cards. I think I honestly might wait till I actually take the car apart to do the door cards. These seats are so much more comfortable than the Allroad seats. They have way better bolstering. Even the lumbar works. Nice. So a little vacuum, a little Alcantara cleaner. We'll be in business here. And obviously we got the rears as well. I've already made it dirty in here. That's what happens when you have a little man. But we got the rears installed. You can't even see it because it's dark. Anyway, during the day, I'll take the car out. We'll see that. We'll close the video out there. We have the seats installed. We got our parts car, and we are on our way to making this Allroad into an S4 road. I don't know. What do we call it? Anyway, I am very much excited for this journey. I actually started pulling the motor on the B5 last night, so that's kind of my warm-up for this. But this is way out of my comfort zone. If you haven't followed the channel before, a project like this is like 10x more than I've ever undertaken before. But Matt has me feeling confident, the internet has me feeling confident, and I'm excited to go outside of my comfort zone and really figure out what's going on here. The goal is to have the B5 complete by early March, because my buddy Jeff is coming up March 1st to detail this car. And then once it's detailed, we're gonna take it apart. That doesn't really make sense, but that's how the timing worked out. Anyway, so the B5 will go back on daily duty, the Allroad will go under the knife, and we'll get the S4 from Mike's shop over to my shop and tear it apart. If there are any miscellaneous S4 pieces that you guys need, let me know. I would prefer if you were local, but shoot me an email. Not a DM, no nothing, so that I have track of it. It's ignitiontube@gmail.com. Let me know what you need. I'm gonna take the motor, the trans, all of the body harness stuff. If you want the black interior out of the Allroad, I'll sell it to you for dirt cheap. I don't really care. I would love it out of my garage. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can follow along for this journey. Thank you guys for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video, where we take the B5 apart, probably. Actually, I think we have an Allroad maintenance video coming up next, and then B5. We'll see.